Say hello to your new life. This is the edge you've been looking for so long to grow in all areas of your life, from wealth, mindset, business, personal, and so much more. These principles I'm going to show you throughout these videos and on this channel took me from a lost kid from 12 to almost 22 almost, homeless off and on, struggling, living check to check, honestly, like not even living, to now being recognized as one of the top real estate agents in all of America, helping people like never before that were honestly not even my wildest dreams are happening now. And this is the Elite Edge. We showcase to you all the best strategies for wealth building, for real estate, to mindset, to making a legacy for yourself, your family, your community moving forward without having to waste time or money or spend $10,000 or $50,000 for programs that are not that good. And I've been there many, many times. I want to create this channel to kind of give you the opportunity to have real education, real value, real entertainment at sometimes, to help you really grow in all areas of your life without breaking the bank. And to kind of give you a full story of what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you exactly more about who I am, what I've done, and so much more to expect as well from this channel. So if you're ready, this is what you've been looking for. Welcome. This will give you the edge you need in life to win. And again, I will explain more how I got to where I'm at today. Now, if you're like me, you know that self-improvement is key to having a great life. But you also probably realize it's so hard to find the right mentors or gurus or guides, books, videos, and the list goes on, or to find people who want to help you without having to spend an arm and a leg to get support from them. Well, this is me as a baby, and this photo is so much more than this picture of myself. On the outside looking in, regular kid, probably have no, indication that I had a rough upbringing. But I grew up with lead poisoning until I was 6 years old. Normally you die from that and become mentally impaired for life. And luckily, I'm still alive and I had a 4.0 GPA in college, full ride, all honors classes, psychology club president, list goes on. So I'm pretty smart. But that was just a piece of my story. Like my earliest memories, not much longer after this photo, is violence. My dad attacking my mom, my sister, and so forth. Being molested as a kid by older boys in my neighborhood, and also other girls as well, because they pinned us on top of each other. It was terrible. And I'm 5 years old. And then we moved to Lawrence, Kansas. I pretty much was there off and on my whole entire life. But this was when I got even more rocky to some degree. My mom left the States because my dad found a way to make sure if I saw her, she went to jail. So he then from that point forward kicked me out of my house from 12 to 18 every couple of months. Sometimes from not taking the trash out, other times if I was drinking or so forth. List goes on. I was pretty much either on floor benches, frozen benches, stairwells, and luckily most of my friends' houses on the couch or on the floor, more often than not. And around 18, I said I have to find a way to increase and improve my life. And I dove super heavy into personal development, reading books, finding support, going to school for pre-med, and working at the hospital, working 16 to 18-hour shifts almost every single day as an MHDD, which is a mental health technician. That was like my time then. And I was super big in psychology because my upbringing was so rough. I wanted to find a way to kind of get past those things and overcome my shortcomings and my hardships. But, what they don't normally tell you, it takes a long time for all those things to really stack up. And again, there's so much conflicting information out there. It's hard to know who to listen to, who to choose, who to follow. This is me in my early 20s, still struggling. Like 4 years later, I had some rough upbringing, I had rough moments in my life. Went to jail for weed and other things. Full transparency there. I was still struggling as a young adult. But luckily, I did not give up. This is me at like 21, 22, sleeping on the floor at my sister's friend's law firm. So he had a law firm out of his like home slash office. I slept on the floor with my dog Lucky. And like that was my upbringing then. And not long after this, I really found entrepreneurship. And for a caveat there, you can become super wealthy, super amazing in business, have a great life with entrepreneurship or working a job with a career. Either one's fine. I know people who have $1 million net worths who don't own a business. So like this channel is not for people who are entrepreneurs or people who are in jobs, all kinds of people in all walks of life trying to improve in every area of their life. And again, if I can come from struggling, sleeping on floors, even though at 21, 22, making no money, to publishing 2 books at that time that also did not a whole lot of good for me. I published 2 books. The first one, like a manifesto of myself and who I was, like my biography almost. Number 2, I started getting more success. I created a marketing agency helping agents grow their businesses online and start making some, real money. And that book, I think, is better in terms of like actually being practical. But both of those were not bestsellers. They both didn't do anything dramatically for my life. It helped a lot of people, but it was nothing super spectacular. And I also started so many businesses. It felt like an uphill battle. I was pushing a huge boulder with no results and no luck. A lot of that was lack of focus. A lot of that was lack of information. Not knowing what to do, and not wanting to spend money on mentors. But after reading thousands of books and spending thousands of hours learning about entrepreneurship, self-improvement, psychology, philosophy, business, and of course real estate, I started seeing more success. I do think knowledge is probably the best way to really bridge the gap from where you are right now to where you want to be at in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now. And I got super big into it. I spent over $250,000 probably in the past 5 years alone. If I did it over a decade, maybe $300K. I probably spent the most money in the first 5 years because I had no money. From people like Ryan Serhant, who's a $1 billion broker who's coaching me, to Rudy Moore, who cost me $60,000 for 1 year with him, to Elizabeth Riley, who's one of the top agents in my broker at eXp Realty, to Dan Martell, who makes over $100 million a year and is on track to worth $1 billion in the next 3 years from now. And the list goes on. This is like a small handful of people I've been coached by and invested to learn more skills. And a lot of the stuff, honestly, like to be totally frank with you, didn't really change my life. What the biggest change was my identity that I invested in myself. But overall, what I learned from these people helped a lot, like from branding and marketing and sales and so much more. 100% made a big difference. But also, like, I probably could have learned this more stuff by books or spent less money or like took longer to figure things out. And this is why I'm making the channel now. I want to help you not have to spend over $250,000 to grow your business, to grow your life, to have more skills. So again, it is a big investment. People can't always do that. And at some points in times, I should not have done that. Like, we were not making a lot of money when we first started doing this. And like, it kind of set us back a little bit. Obviously, you have skills now that allows us to make more money and do more things. But at the time, it was like not a super sound investment. And nearly 10 years later, 5 years since I met my wife 5 years ago, our whole lives is completely different. From speaking on stages, to having a team that I've created for my wife called Elite Real Estate Group that done $1.6 billion transactions over the past few years. Or from my TV summit host called American Dream, which is on Amazon Prime, HGTV, Apple TV, Roku, list goes on, reaching around 50 to 100 million people a month for all the platforms. This has been huge for my business, huge for my clients that I had on the TV show for buying or selling, to give them more exposure for the property or get better deals on the buy side. And then, of course, we also now making a best-selling book. We passed the Star from Selling Sunset. Next to Brand Turner from Bigger Pockets, and next to Alex Hormozi and his wife Layla Hormozi as well for best-selling book on Amazon. So my life is a complete 180. I have an amazing home, I have a son, I have a wife, nice cars, all these things, the accolades. And again, it was not that long ago when I was sleeping on the floor from being molested or being told by my second grade teacher that I would not amount to anything. Not even push a shopping cart for a living. Have you been there before? To be counted out by your peers or the adult figures in your life. Like, this is my second grade teacher telling me this. And luckily I didn't give up. And I kept on pushing forward. A lot of trial and error, a lot of time wasted, a lot of money wasted to be where I'm at now. And this is why my wife and I made a mission to make real business and life education accessible for everybody without breaking the bank. Actually, without having to spend any money, honestly, to get information like this. If I would have known this stuff 20 years ago or 15 years ago when I was growing up, my whole life would be so much different than it is now, even more on a higher magnitude. So, I'm going to show you the art of getting the edge in life without blowing money, without wasting your time, or doing some crazy get-rich-quick scheme I've tried before many times. This is why my growth pattern was so slow the first 5 years. I tried so many businesses, from drop shipping, from trading, from book writing, to life coaching, to you name it, I probably tried it. And I would try it after a couple months of not succeeding, from having a marketing agency that did pretty well, but I left that for real estate, the list goes on. And once I finally focused on one thing, which is now real estate, but also just my life as general, and it's improving, it will everything change for myself, now for you moving forward. But I do warn you, what I'm going to teach you in the next videos coming forward after this takes work, takes effort, and takes being embarrassed. Trying new things is risky and scary. And everyone is different. Succeeding in life is like everything else worth doing in life. It involves risk, it involves time, it involves learning new skills. But again, I would make sure you're not wasting money, and make sure you're not wasting any time like I did, and give you the actual stuff that actually can truly help you grow in your life. And so most people do nothing. So the results may vary. For me, going from homeless to a kid that should have been probably in prison or dead or so forth, or just a statistic, versus having a full ride in college, having a massive business, a huge team of 100 agents, and being on TV and doing these things like this should not have happened. But my results are different. I work super hard and I give it 150% every single day. This is also why I make free content every day to help you, the people, enrich your life and make results as great as it possibly can for you. Because, again, some of you may do a lot, some of you may do nothing, but I want to make sure you have the information out there to truly grow as a person, as a human, to see your full potential, to die on empty. But just so you know, I'm not a saint. I want you to be totally frank with that. Like, I also do have incentives here. Like, one, I love to make money like you do too. This is why I have been doing entrepreneurship for so long, why I do real estate. One, being homeless as a kid, I love real estate because I know what it's like to not have a house. But also, I know what it's like to help my clients make and save an extra 5 to 6 figures when working with us. My biggest savings to date for my client has been $373,000. My biggest increase for my clients on selling the house was $150,000. Last week we did $100K for one of my other clients in 3 days, all cash deal for $1 million. And it's a win-win. That's why I like real estate. I win and so do they. So I love making money, like you do as well, probably, because we live in, mostly of us are probably in America, we need money to live. And my goal is to someday have you want to sell and buy real estate with me as your agent and me and my team helping you get transactions done, whether that's buying, selling, investing, commercial real estate, and the list goes on. So that's like my ultimate endeavor, but overall, I have nothing to sell you. Nothing at all. There's no courses, There's no books. If I do have another book, well, I have a book, but this book is like for agents. I have another book though for buyers and sellers and investors. I'll probably have a free version for that too, to make it as easy as possible. So again, I'm not one of those gurus out there who makes content to upsell you into a course. That all the real value sometimes is there. My goal is to give you much information as I possibly can, help you make more money, have a better life, have a relationship, have real meaningful depth to what you're trying to accomplish in your life, and have legacy and wealth. So one day you can hope we can work together as client and agent. So that's all there. Put it out there for you right now. But in the meantime, I'm going to help you grow as much as possible. I also know that most people who do home buying and selling are probably not going to watch content on home buying and selling all day long unless they're actually buying and selling. So my content here is going to break down a few things, from entrepreneurship to time blocking to mindset to philosophy to content creation and branding to having tough conversations, of course, real estate in Austin, Texas, where I'm at currently. But we can help you in all 50 states and 24 different countries. So don't let my placement here in Austin deter you. Reach out to me to help you with your real estate goals. But we cover pretty much a large range, because to me, I believe that we are the niche. So for me, if I love entrepreneurship, if I love business and real estate and wealth building and investing, but also I love doing content creation. I love time blocking and psychology, because my major in college was those things. I'm also going to give back as well and teach you those things that I've learned and save you all my time and error I spent. And to give you an idea of something super insane, because right now, my team's in a lot of volume. I'm a TV show host, best-selling author, all the things sounds good. But what does that actually mean? This is my team ranking within eXp Realty, which is the #1 brokerage in the planet right now for production and for agent count. I was number 11 week to date for all USA, number 1 for Texas, and 1 for Austin week to date, number 2 year to date for Austin, Texas. But it gets crazier. I was number 1 month, week, and year to date for Nederland, which is pretty much Kyle, Texas. Number 1 for week and month to date for Pflugerville. Number 2 for year to date, the whole entire year almost, for Pflugerville. Number 1 for week and month for Manor. Number 3 for year to date for Manor. Number 2 for Marble Falls year to date. Number 1 for month to date. Number 1 for week to date. Number 1 for year to date for Spicewood. Number 5 for Austin, Texas, almost the entire year. You can see it here. For year to date there. Number 3 for month to date. Number 1 for Austin, Texas, week to date. Number 1 for Lakeway, year to date. Number 1 for Marble Falls, month, week, and year to date. And for the next 2025 was 57 week year to date of all EXP out of 90,000 agents globally. Number 6 year to date for Texas. Number 1 year to date for Austin. And my content on Instagram alone has reached over 25 million people in the past 12 months, not including my YouTube channel, or including my wife's content and her channels, or a TV show. I've also been featured in tons of publications, from top listing for breaking records up to a 5-mile radius, for saving a client over $260,000 in buying a property, being featured in Real Estate Today for having homeless and now, having a large business, USA News, Best Homes, Maxim, CBS, countless times. List goes on for breaking records in buying and selling houses. And all these things that I've learned from my real estate business also really stems from the foundation of actually understanding how to operate at a higher level, from fitness to diet to content to leadership to time blocking and management and so much more. Also, you see as well, we did 29 transactions within 70 days, $4.2 million listed, lots of buyers, homes coming soon, 9 home closed in a single month personally, while still having freedom. I just got back from Thailand with my wife for 4 months. We was gone. I'm running my business still. I'm still one of the top ranking teams in all of America while we left for 4 months. So I'm going to help you, whether you are a tech person or a nurse or entrepreneur or in between, help you grow your life in all areas moving forward. And me saying this may create envy in some, anger in others, skepticisms in most, which I understand. How did a kid who's half black, half white, had a terrible speech impediment growing up and being homeless be where I'm at now? And probably confusions and haters. But it will also inspire us like few. You, the ambitious person right now watching this video, you being here makes you the top 5 to 10% in the world, because most people do not want to invest in themselves and grow their skill sets in all areas of life. You are who I made this for. The Elite Edge, our YouTube channel that gives you all the value you need to give you better content that people charge for free. This is your ultimate growth solution moving forward. And now you should be all caught up, more or less, of who I am, what I've done in the past, how we can help you grow in your life. However, you're not here for my story, you're here for your story and your next steps in your story. So moving forward, we can expect on this channel. Again, there's going to be a lot of content breaking down psychology and principles and philosophy. I'm going to break down content creation and branding. I'm going to break down tough conversations, negotiations, sales, all those things that help anybody, whether you're trying to get a pay raise, trying to recruit more people to your company, or trying to manage your own team within your company you work for. So, of course, also breaking down wealth, financial tips, strategies, how to hire the right CPAs, how to organize your life in a way to have true freedom and balance. And also, the biggest one would be, of course, real estate. How to actually buy and sell real estate, how to get better deals, how to understand the marketplace, and also break down home tours, Austin, Texas as a whole, luxury living here and all in between, and so much more. This is like your one-spot stop for all things you need to really grow in your life. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you like down below, subscribe, and leave some comments below as well. What kind of content do you want to see here? What can we help you with? Again, I've done a lot of things in my life, and now I'm trying to give back to you. And of course, again, at the end of the day, hopefully, one day after you watch this, we can work together as agent and client. It's a little more about the opportunity down below, the link in the description, the first one there, or the pinned comment that breaks down more who I am, how to work with us, and what to expect in that regards. But overall, I just want to help you as much as I can. My biggest passion in life, helping other people have the best life. It's my first 2 books. It was all about that. This is why I've been doing content now for 10 years, off and on. And now I'm at a place in my life, in my real estate company, where I can actually give back more. I want to have this channel there for you as well, to help you live your best life, the edge that you need to really stay ahead of the curve. So thanks for watching. Have the best day yet. I'll see you at the top. And again, happy to have you here.